and welcome to another episode of 5 Minutes with Freed. I'm your host, Michael Freed. I'm a litigation partner in the matrimonial and family law firm of Berkman, Botker, Newman, and Shine, with offices in New York City, Westchester, and Long Island. And today, my special guest is Gary Rosen CPA of Markham LLP. So, Gary, welcome to 5 Minutes with Freed.
Good morning, Michael. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So, Gary, tell us what you do at Markham.
Well, my official title is that I'm the regional partner in charge of forensics, valuation, litigation support. But I like to say to people that what I do here makes a difference in people's lives. So essentially, I work in the litigation arena, providing expert testimony, valuation, and forensics to assist people in clawing back assets that they're entitled to, uncovering hidden assets, or defending actions that they've been wrongly accused.
Got it. Okay. And Gary, you know that I'm a matrimonial and family law attorney. When would my clients most often require your services?
Well, I work with a lot of matrimonial clients. I work both collaboratively as well as representing one party or the other, or appointed by the courts as a neutral. And I always say, when you're going through any type of matrimonial matter, that knowledge is power. And the more knowledge you have as to what's going on, the more information you have, and the more power, for all intents and purposes, you have in the negotiation process. A lot of spouses like to keep their professional lives and their family lives separate. So oftentimes one spouse doesn't even know the net worth, what the revenue cycle is, or what the expenses are for the household marriage or the marital estate. So we get involved in lifestyle analysis, asset tracing, valuations of closely held businesses, as well as working to uncover hidden assets.
Perfect. It's great to know. And Gary, what are the challenges that you face in your area of work?
Well, I guess some of the challenges are, number one, the destruction of records. We've seen that happen oftentimes, or the inability for one spouse to get records, or one party, I should say, to get records, because my work is not only limited to the matrimonial field. I do shareholder disputes, partnership disputes, other matters as well. But the lack of information in order for us to provide a conclusion that we can opine on probably is the biggest roadblock. And the other roadblock often is the timing. Oftentimes we're called in at the 11th hour when discovery is getting ready to close, and what you have is what you have. And you've got to work with that under the aspects of the matter on a prospective basis.
Sure. And what's the best way for a prospective client or other professional like myself to contact you?
They can reach me at my office, which is 212-485-5710. They can email me at gary.rosen@markhamllp.com. They could check out markhamllp.com on the web. And for those clients that I work with have a signed engagement letter, I even give my cell phone so they can call me and reach me at any time, whether I'm commuting here into the city or in my New Jersey office.
Great. So now, Gary Rosen, we have now come to the most important part of our show, and that happens to be the question of the week. So, Gary Rosen, this is your question of the week. If you had to invent a new flavor of ice cream that doesn't exist, what would it be and why?
Oh, see, those were the other questions were the easy ones, Michael.
Right.
I think that I would create an ice cream that would take me back to my childhood. When I was a young boy, my grandfather used to smoke cigars, and he used to come visit us from my parents lived in Fair Lawn. I grew up in that area, and my grandfather and grandmother used to come and stay for the weekend from the Bronx. Okay. And every Saturday and Sunday morning, my grandfather would say, "Gary, let's go get my cigar." And he would take me to drive me down maybe a mile from the house. There's a little candy store, and he would take me to the candy store. And while I was there, I always had the opportunity to pick out a candy. And for the life of me, I don't know why, but religiously, just like he got his cigars, I always picked a couple packs of sixlets and a couple packs of the fivesomes. One was a little different. One was a chocolate covered, candy coated, chocolate covered brown ball similar to M&Ms, but each one had a little bit of a different flavor.
Okay.
And the five sums were almost like little mini malted milk balls. And if you were lucky enough, you would get a five sum in your chiclet pack, or a chiclet in your ciclet in your five sum pack. So I would create a blended ice cream that contained those flavors, primarily because it takes me back to my childhood, and it takes me back to the times that I remember spending with my grandfather as we went for his cigars and my little treat on Saturday and Sunday mornings.
Well, that's a perfect answer, I must say. And Gary Rosen, you've said it all. You are uncovering hidden assets one day at a time. And I want to thank you for being a wonderful guest on 5 Minutes with Freed.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Michael. Thank you so much for having me.